What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host Josh, and we are here today for the watch along between Borussia Dortmund and Greuther Fürth, a game which I'm hoping and praying that we win, because if we don't, I'm pretty sure most of us will cry. Fürth has just came off, they have a bigger winning streak than we do right now, coming off of a big win, their first win of the season. Took them 15 games to do so, and we drew against Bochum. So, you know, the hotter team coming in today is Greuther Fürth, let's be honest here. But it should be a fun little game anyways, because Dortmund's home, and I'm expecting some things. I've got a good little lineup to bring up for you guys today, but I'm just keeping an eye right now on the Gladbach and Frankfurt match, because it's 3-2 right now, and Frankfurt are down a man, so still not good things going on over there. But if you guys are just tuning in today for our watch-along, guys, as always, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub, say hello in the chat, and I'll address some of the chat right now, starting with Sebastian, who says, "Hello, Josh. Morning. The draw for the UEFA Nations League is tomorrow." I might do that. Actually, I am going to do that. So we'll be live tomorrow for that as well. Yash says, "Please win today, Dortmund." Yeah, they should. No one cares about the Premier League. British Empire is here. Brant Masterclass incoming. Yes, we'll get the starting 11 up for you guys in a few minutes here. It's a good starting 11. I'm relatively happy with it, to be honest. Sebastian says the Swiss Cedric is playing tonight for Greuther Fürth. Can't watch today from JJD TV fan. That's not good. Jose said, "Is Mullen back?" He's not in the starting 11. He is on the bench, though. So there's a good chance we'll probably see him today. But we'll get the... There's a CONCACAF Champions League draw today at 6? Ah. Probably we'll have to do that as well. Okay. Yeah. I'm assuming yes, I will do that as well. Okay. Changes my night plans there, but yes, I will be. I'll do that one, and I'll do the other one tomorrow as well. So that's very interesting. Jason, I appreciate the heads up. I did not realize that it was coming up. But to be fair, I didn't realize the other one was coming up either tomorrow until Sebastian let us know. So a couple of streams coming up for you guys tonight and tomorrow as well. Hello, everyone. Good morning, says Jose. If we lose today, I will be dead by the end of the day. I will die a little bit inside if we lose to Greuther Fürth today. I'm not gonna lie. Watching this live from my history class, I just took my final. Very nice. Did you pass? Did you pass, my man? That is the important question. But yeah, there's a little bit of hype coming in for the CONCACAF Champions League draw, or Nations League draw tonight, which is good. I'll have to look into it, make sure I can even watch it. But this is hype. Yes, it is, guys. We should do that. We should do that, right? Yeah. Yeah, why not? Why not? Where's Guerrero? So Guerrero is still out. Yes, he's not on the bench either. Yeah, Guerrero is still out with an injury, guys. We'll bring up the starting 11 for you guys now. Football or soccer? I got two different viewerships, guys. It's football when we're talking European. It's soccer when we're talking North American. It is what it is. But we'll get the starting 11 up for you guys today. What do you think about the Champions League redraw? I'll have a video coming out sometime next week, guys. That will be about it. It's going to be basically my predictions. So I'll give you guys my thoughts as well as my predictions. It'll be a nice little video because there's a big break coming up for the Bundesliga. After this weekend, when we take on Hertha, there's a break. So it's going to be the 18th this weekend. We don't play again until January 8th. So I'm going to have to fill a bunch of content in there. So we'll have the Champions League and Europa League prediction videos. Maybe some FIFA 22 career mode if that's what you guys are interested in. And just try to trickle in as much content as we can just to, fill up the channel while the Bundesliga is on a little bit of a break here. But here's our starting 11 for tonight, guys. We're lining up in what I'm assuming is a 4-2-3-1. In goal, we have Gregor Kobel. Right back is Thomas Meunier. Center back is Hummels and Zagadou. So Zagadou getting a bunch of minutes coming back in today, which will be pretty nice there. Schultz starting out on left back. The two CDMs is Witzel and Bellingham. Our cam is Marco Reus. Our right attacking mid is Hazard, left attacking mid is Brandt, and striker is big bad Erling Haaland. So that's how I'm assuming it's lining up. A couple of different apps are showing it lining up a little differently. But my assumption is that Royce will play through the middle because that's pretty much where he's mostly been playing. And then Hazard and Brandt will be out on the side. So it's a good little lineup. I mean, not too much to be mad about. Witzel's back in. He'll probably be the more defensive of the two. Bellingham will have his opportunities to go forward. And we got that four-man front line with Hazard and Brandt back in it, Royce and Haaland. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. The one, I mean, interesting question mark is still around Nico Schultz and his ability to, you know, have an influence on the match coming from left back. Zagadou hopefully staying healthy, staying fit. And then out on the bench, guys, we have Daniel Mullen, Renier, Tigges, Knauf, Dahoud, Chan, Pasak, Prongicic, and Hitz. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. Greuther Fürth is lining up today in a 4-3-1-2. I think a former Dortmund player is in that side. They have Christensen in there. Timothy Tillman, who I believe can represent the U.S. as well. Williams is in there. Some of you guys will be familiar with his time at Frankfurt. Their captain is on the bench, though. Well, let's see what you guys are saying. Yes, sir. Thank you for asking. 40-50 is enough to keep my A. Attaboy. Look at you go. I'm going to be 30 minutes late. I'm at school right now. That's right, Anthony. I love the dedication. I love the dedication. Hoping to follow up with a Dortmund win for a W day. I'm hoping so, man. I'm hoping so. What do you think of the Serie A season? It looks so competitive. Inter, AC, Juve, Napoli. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a competitive season. Because the Bundesliga just doesn't seem to really have that, guys. It's a shame, man. The Bundesliga is my favorite league, obviously. Dortmund's my favorite club, but I mean, it's already a 9-point gap right now. As long as we win, we can get that down to 6. So it's still, I still say it's 3 games. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of frustrating. We'll have to see the way that this season plays out. There's rumors coming out today, and again, take this with a grain of salt, but Jan was tweeting out earlier and saying basically that there is interest from Bayern to Haaland. And then I read a couple reports today that says Bayern are potentially looking to sell Lewandowski and recoup that money in Haaland. And again, take it of what you will. I personally don't think it's going to happen. But let me promise you, if Haaland goes to Bayern, I would seriously have to reconsider my place here on YouTube. I would be unbelievably devastated if that happened. So we just got wrecked for a decade after Lewandowski went to Bayern. For him to leave and then take the next best thing in Erling Haaland, I just don't know if my heart could deal with it. So I'm just throwing that out there. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But the fact, Jan is a very in-the-know kind of guy, especially in the Bundesliga. So the fact that he tweeted and said there is serious interest from Bayern in Haaland, whether they can get a deal, I don't know. And then it followed up by rumors that Lewandowski may leave, Haaland may come in. It's very frustrating to read. And already with this league being the way that it is and Bayern running away with the title each and every year, it makes it just very frustrating. So I just want to toss that out there for you guys' ears, and we'll see how that comes down. Because I mean, City and Madrid will still be in there. It just, Dortmund cannot sell him to Bayern. They can't, because I don't know what I would do. But we'll move on. Is Emre Can fit? Can is not fit. No, yeah, sorry, he is. He's on the bench. Chan's on the bench. I'm assuming maybe he's giving a little bit of time off, allowing Witzel to get back in, as he's not had a ton of minutes. There's also been reports coming out that Witzel could potentially leave in January as well, which I found kind of interesting. I thought they would keep Witzel to the end of the season, and then, like I said, have that like for like. Witzel goes out, Zachariah comes in. Yes, Erling is going to City. I don't know where he's going, man. I don't know. 3 names have been coming up. Bayern recently, and then the usual City and Madrid are in there. Haaland has more dignity than to go to Bayern. I would hope so, and I don't know. I'm just saying, a source I trust and a source who's very involved in German football has touched on the fact that Bayern are interested. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean that Haaland wants to go there. Does not mean anything. But for him to come out and say that the way he did, just, I don't know, put a really damp and nerve-wracking little few months to see what Haaland's future is going to have in store. But I would get depressed, but it won't happen because they focus on Lewandowski more. Let's hope so. Is there a rumor of Bellingham to Bayern? There is not. There's a rumor from Bellingham to probably every top club in the Premier League. The main one that's coming around for Bellingham is Liverpool, which I think eventually Jude will move on. I personally think that Jude will be here definitely for the rest of this season and next. That's my personal gut opinion, but we'll have to see. There were reports that Pogba won't go to Bayern because they don't have money. Do they really have money for Haaland? If they're looking to get rid of Lewandowski, which was the big report that they're going to let Lewandowski go to PSG, to Madrid, somewhere, and with the wages that they paid Lewandowski, they would just pluck it to Erling Haaland, who will be a like-for-like replacement, over 10 years younger. So, if you're Bayern, man, strategy. I don't see it happening. I don't think Haaland wants to stay in Germany. I'm hoping you're right, Chris. I'm hoping you're right. But yeah, I would be gutted. City need a striker, but United will improve a lot by then. Yeah, but Yash, come on. City's so much better. I'm sorry. If you're Erling Haaland, why would you want to go to United when you could go to City when they desperately need a striker, and they're so much better right now than Manchester United, and especially after watching them run over Leeds playing, I don't even know who. They didn't the City lineup yesterday was hilarious. There was 6 center attacking mids in that lineup. It was weird, but regardless. If Haaland goes to Bayern, BVB doesn't deserve to have any fans left. I don't know, guys. I'm just reporting on what I'm reading, but it's a trusted source that I respect. So I'm just saying, and again, Haaland could say F no. I'm not going to Bayern. It is what it is. I don't want to go to, say in the Bundesliga, I don't want to go to Bayern. I don't know. I'm just saying that Bayern, from what I'm reading, there are legitimate interest in him, which makes me very nervous. But if you guys are just tuning into the stream, guys, be sure to drop a like as always. Be sure to drop a sub and say hello in the chat. Let me know what your thoughts are on Haaland's next move. Kind of bummed out the early bits of our of our live stream here, but Bundesliga has a 50+1 rule. Bayern is basically always the top 3 teams in the world. Bundesliga is the second strongest league by far. Yeah, I don't disagree that's not one of the strongest, if not second strongest leagues. I'm just getting a little sick and tired of there just not being any type of title race, which it's not Bayern's fault. Why would you want to make yourself worse? I mean, other teams need to step up and be able to compete. There's a rumor on Bayern being interested, Josh. Yes, there is. Hello, Josh. Haaland won't move to Bayern. We're hoping so. Would send it to you on Twitter. I believe it's probably the same rumor I saw, but I appreciate you sending it to me, my man. And yes, Jason sent me a message as well. Bayern are interested in Borussia Dortmund. Oh, midfielder Jude Bellingham. Like with Erling Haaland, BVB wants to keep Bellingham for as long as possible, and when the time comes to leave, they don't want to let him go to Bayern. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that if there's any say in it, and if, we've learned from what has happened, we will not allow Haaland or Bellingham to go to Bayern. It would devastate everyone. But we'll have to say, Bayern will never pay Haaland's wage demands. You don't know that. You guys do not know that. Bayern, the reason they got Lewandowski because they were willing to spend big on wages. And if they're allowing Lewandowski to walk, I think that there's a chance. But again, we don't know. No one knows. No one's talked to Haaland. So we'll have to wait and see. Also, Foden is a CM, not a cam. Bernardo is a cam too, Josh. Well, Foden can play on the wings. And I was making a joke, but my point is that there was no strikers. And Bernardo Silva can play as a cam. Bernardo Silva can play as a winger, so can Phil Foden. But yeah, when they play in the 4-3-3, they both play as center mids. Squad looks solid today, Josh. It does. No one is going to Bayern. Trust me, Dortmund will never buy players to. I'm assuming you meant sell players to Bayern again, and I'm hoping you're right. Adeyemi is the only one I see going to Bayern, to be honest, if they try to hijack Rest's fake news. Who's being rested today? I don't know about rested. I guess you can maybe say Chan and Dahoud are being rested. Everyone else isn't really rested, with Malen coming back from injury. So the main man who came in for basically the resting of Dahoud and Chan is Axel Witsel back in, which will be nice to see Didn't they confirm the 20th time that they won't get Haaland because they got Lewandowski. That's what I'm saying, guys. There's been breaking news that they might look to shop Lewandowski out to bring in Haaland. But again, this has been the same rumor mill over and over and over again. I just wanted to toss it out there to get your guys' thoughts, because I don't personally think Dortmund will do that. I think they can find a way to make sure that they go somewhere else. Go to the Prem, go to La Liga. I personally think that Haaland's going to end up in either City or Madrid, and I think that Bellingham's going to end up at Liverpool. But I just wanted to let you guys know what I read, because it came from a journalist who I respect. No one will leave to go to Bayern. They're just rumors and full of BS. Jude should get the rest of... I'm sure Jude has had a ton of playing time lately. I'm a little surprised Bellingham is starting today, to be honest. I mean, they're at home. It's Greuther Fürth. They've been absolutely atrocious this season, but maybe that just kind of tells you where we're at. Marco Rosa can't give up the chance to not get points. Because, I mean, if I'm looking at it, like, you're playing Haaland, you're playing Royce, you're playing Hazard, Brandt, Bellingham, Hummel's still in there, Meunier. Like, there wasn't a lot of rest. I mean, Renier, Tigges, Knauf, players, I mean, I don't personally trust to start, but in a match like this, you could have maybe squeezed one of them in. I would have probably tried to rest Bellingham and started De Hood or Chan. Both of them haven't played a whole bunch, and then you could have arguably got Prongacic in there for Hummels if you really wanted to, but maybe because Zagadu's coming back, Rosa didn't want to trust it, but he clearly didn't go with a ton of substitutions and a ton of switch. He went with a pretty strong team against a pretty poor Greuther Fürth side. So, man, we're going to see how this one goes. For U.S. men's national team fans, Timothy Tillman is starting, and Julian Green is on the bench. Juve will get Vlahovic. Juve's going through a tough time, too. I'm surprised that their name keeps coming up, but they're pretty good at the dark arts of getting players in. But what team do I think will get Vlahovic? Dortmund absolutely will not. I don't know. The number one name that's come up is Vlahovic is Juve, but for some reason, I just felt like they were going through a big wage and payment and structure issue at Juve. And if they don't get Champions League football this year, which is a real possibility, I'd be surprised if they could afford Vlahovic, unless they did something like Chiesa and got him in on a loan. But, I mean, why would Fiorentina want to do that again? So, I mean, I'd say probably somewhere in the Prem, like Arsenal and Tottenham, who don't have to depend on Champions League football, could go in there and outbid Juve, is what my gut's telling me. But we'll have to wait and see. Vlahovic is definitely not going to Juve. I don't think he's going to Juve either. Juve makes sense. If Juve can pull up Champions League football, maybe. But I just think that it's such a shit show going on at Juve right now. I'd be surprised if they could pull it off. I think Napoli can get Vlahovic if they win the Serie A. I don't know. I don't know. Because, I mean, they have Osimhen there. I don't know. I don't see Napoli as a realistic one. I don't really see anyone in Serie A being able to pull off that magnitude of a signing, because I think Vlahovic will have a lot of interest. So I would say the Prem. Vlahovic is the real deal, going to be an incredible player in my opinion. I agree. Aubameyang's looking for another club. Yeah, Aubameyang might as well go to Saudi Arabia or somewhere, because, man, like, his attitude, his issues on and off the field, his goal scoring has decreased. It's a little frustrating. It's a little frustrating for him, and I think his time at Arsenal will probably come to an end. Can Fürth give BVB a game today, do you think, Josh? I hope not. I hope this is a very straightforward game. I hope that there's no twists and turns, and I hope we get the job done. But we'll have to wait and see, guys. Vlahovic to Arsenal or Tottenham makes the most sense for him to be a guaranteed starter. No doubt they will be accepted by him. Yeah, if Arsenal can pull off a top 4 finish, which I know is, it's stretching, but Lacazette and Aubameyang could be leaving. I think that they would definitely want Aubameyang to leave. I think Lacazette's probably on his last legs. I don't think he's a striker. He once was. Vlahovic makes a lot of sense to both. Because, I mean, depending on Kane's future, if Kane leaves as well, I'd put Arsenal ahead of Tottenham unless Kane leaves. But yeah, I agree. I feel like both of them could outbid Juve pretty easily. And they have, the Prem there, so. But yeah, his attitude is pathetic. Aubameyang should sign for FC in India. Aubameyang is shit. Yes, Felix, but my point was Dortmund didn't want to sell. Yeah, Aubameyang took shots at Vauxhall. It's a 4-2-3. So we're lining up today in a 4-2-3-1, guys. Witzel, Bellingham, your CDMs. Royce will be at your cam, Brandt on the right, Hazard on the left, or vice versa. I probably think that Hazard will be out on the right and Brandt will be on the left because Brandt's been shining out on the left-hand side. And Erling Haaland will be the main man up front, guys. So, guys, let's get some score predictions rolling in today. If you guys are just tuning in, be sure to drop a like, say hello in the chat, and put your score prediction. I haven't got any score predictions yet, so I'm assuming there's going to be some big ones, man. Greuther Fürth has been one of the worst Bundesliga teams I've ever seen play. Good for them for finally getting their first win, but they're 1-1-13. Or 1-1-14. Is that what they're? 1-1-13. So let's hear some score predictions. they're coming in 9-1. Damn. 3-0, 4-1, 5-0, 5-0, 3-1, 4-0, plus 4 goals, 3-0 Dortmund, 7-2. That'd be a fun one. JBBB says, evening, Josh. I'm calling a 4-0 win. It's a lot of confidence, guys. A lot of confidence. I'm hoping it's going to be that straightforward. I mean, the fact that we're home, that Fürth has been in atrocious form. I don't know. I think 3-0's a safe guess. Got a stack day tomorrow. No way home and laughing at my Barca supporting friend because they're going to the Europa League with us. There will be musical chairs of strikers: Haaland, Vlahovic, Mbappe. 5-0, 4-0, 7-0, 3-1. I never believe we can get clean sheets anymore. Chris, is totally fair and realistic. There's some wild. I think this is when I've asked you guys predictions, this has been the most all over the place score prediction I've ever seen. It's 8-2, 7-1s, 5-0s. I love it. 4-1, 8-2, 2-1, 1-0. 1-0. Wow. I hope it's not a 1-0 score. I'd be annoyed. Josh, your opinions on the T. What's the T? I'm calling. Oh, the Reina family derby. That was the Rangers game. I think it's gonna be an exciting one. I didn't predict. I just had a feeling that we were gonna get Rangers. I think it's gonna be a fun game. It's a game I'm gonna be excited to cover, and hopefully Dortmund can come through because Rangers are a good side. They've had a good manager in Steven Gerrard who did such a good job there, and Giovanni Van Bronckhorst I thought was a steal coming in the way he did. People forget he was so successful in the Netherlands before taking a quick year in China to get a big wad of cash. Watch Barca get destroyed by Napoli. If I was putting down money, guys, I'd put money on Napoli 100%. Like I don't think it's gonna be that great of a match. I'm fairly confident that that is gonna be a good tie for Napoli. Frankfurt played well in a victory. They did. It was a 3-2 game. I wasn't able to catch any of it, unfortunately, but I caught just the end there. Anything less than 2-0 will be an unsatisfactory W. Haaland 3 goals. Yeah, we do have Erling Haaland in the starting 11, which is why, you never know. Gladbach lost again, 4 in a row. Yeah, Adi Hüttner should probably get sacked. I think he may be the next one to go. Dortmund always win against high-table teams and stumble across the lower teams. Kind of annoying. There's the pattern. Still, and I agree, man. I don't know if it'll be as straightforward, but still, it's Greuther Fürth. And if it's Greuther Fürth and we're at home, we have a good starting 11. If we lose today, there's gonna be some serious question marks. This has to be a proper, full-out victory for Dortmund today. Haaland scores 2 today. Josh, how do you feel about the team not compared to the start of the season? Do you see an identity? I see a little bit more of an identity, yes. I think Marco Rosa got a lot of his tactics wrong and was kind of scrambling for his system. But I think he has his true system. I personally think he's going to be this 4-2-3-1 kind of guy. I see him with the back four, which doesn't play, in my opinion, to Guerrero's strengths, but it is what it is. I like back fours, and it sometimes isn't played to Hummel's strength. He's going to get caught out, but that's just the defenders we have. I don't think there's better options, but in my best 11, what I think Marco Rosa would like to see right now, it's Kobel. Meunier is his guy at right back. Hummels and Kanji are 2 center backs. It would be Guerrero at left back. Our 2 CDMs would be Bellingham, and then he has the option between Chan and Dahoud. for the other CDM. I think he would probably go with Chan right now. And then his 3 center attacking mids would be at center attacking. Well, his cam would be Royce. Out on the left would be Brandt, because Brandt has just been lights out. On the right-hand side, that's the one up for debate, whether you want to shift Mullen out there or Hazard now that he's back. And then, of course, up front is Holland. That's where I see the bit of an identity. And I've seen a totally different Dortmund team since Royce has been plucked back into cam. Royce has been put from time to time out on the wings, and he's just so good. And we needed someone else to step up to be able to play on the wings to allow Royce to do what he does best. And that's Brandt. And Brandt has adapted his game, someone who I've been so critical about on the channel. And Brandt, just like Dahoud, just like Wolf, has proven Josh wrong. And I love to see it. So, yeah, I am definitely seeing more of an identity under Marco Rosa. I was pretty disappointed, but it had nothing to do with Marco Rosa losing to Bayern the way that we did. It just was a shot in the foot that it's down to players. And that's why I think that Marco Rosa should be given this season. But deep Champions League run, hopefully, didn't have a deep chance. Hopefully have a deep Europa League run with the Pokal. Finish top 4 strongly, at least guarantee a second place finish. And then in the summer, allow him to adjust this team. Because, like I said, playing in a back 4, 2 of the players in our back 4 are not up for it. As much as I love Guerrero, it's not really his system. And if you want to have at least one player kind of playing in that back 4 that's a little, sketchy, I prefer it to be Guerrero over Hummels. Then he's got to look for a new proper center back to go forward. So there's a lot to work to do, and we'll have to see how he can do there, guys. But kickoff has just started, so if you're tuning in today, guys, drop a like, drop a sub, say hello, and let me know where you're tuning in from today. We got a bunch of people coming in saying hello, guys. So it's confirmed. Who's replacing Holland? I don't know if it's confirmed, man, but Adeyemi will be the man. But yeah, Adeyemi, I think, will be a done deal pretty soon. Hey Josh, what's up? British Empire, how you doing today? Honestly, seeing Brandt's performances recently is making me happy. I agree. Rosa in the dugout again. Yeah, it's nice to see Marco Rosa back in here. Zagadou getting nice bit of game time as well. Can't remember the last time we've seen Zagadou, and I'm pretty sure this is his 3rd successive start, which is wild. But it is a 4-2-3-1, guys. It's Brandt out on the right today for right now. Royce as a cam and Hazard out on the left, being able to cut in onto his left foot, and of course Holland up front. Dortmund should look at Brazilian striker Arthur from FC Basel. He's been lighting it up, man. I've been keeping an eye on Basel this year because of my boy Liam Miller over there, fellow Canadian. And yeah, he's been linked to Barca as well, which is interesting. But I think with Adeyemi coming in and Mullen, I don't know if there'll be another replacement for Holland if Holland leaves. I think one of Mullen or Adeyemi will be pushed up to striker. The other one will be pushed out wide. Zagadou 3 games in a row is doing okay. He is. Like I said, Zagadou is always a player to me that has a mistake in him. So let's hope this can be a better game. He can actually start, improving on his game. And oh, that's a nice little ball there. Ooh, well over. Hi Josh, do you think that we will get any signings in the upcoming winter transfer window? I don't think so. So my gut tells me I don't think Dortmund will sign anybody. However, there's been rumors coming out today that Dortmund might look to get rid of Witsel to sell him, which I still don't think makes sense because I feel like for the money, it'd be strategic if you can pull off the Zachariah signing to let Witsel walk for free, get Zachariah in. We don't have a ton of depth, but I don't see one happening, but you never know. Now that Witsel rumors are coming out, maybe there's someone that we're targeting that I don't know about. I think Adeyemi will play on the wings and Mullen as a striker. I think that as well. I think that Adeyemi has the ability to definitely do both. That's a good little run from Fürth. And nicely done from Gregor Kobel as the first somewhat chance or half chance of the game goes to Greuther Fürth. All right. Sloppy there from Thomas Meunier as well. Akanji was from Basel. He was. Werner to BVB. I definitely don't want to see Timo Werner to BVB. Werner just pissed me off with his comments about the Bundesliga and his finishing ability. I think is atrocious, but personal preference. Sell Witsel and buy Zachariah. That's a thing that, for me, I don't know if realistic, because if I'm Gladbach, similar to us with Holland, you know that you can get money. We know that we can sell Haaland probably to the Prem or La Liga. Zachariah will have a ton of interest from the Premier League. So my gut tells me that if they're going to sell Zachariah in January to cash in, he's going to go to the Prem. He's not going to go to Dortmund because Dortmund aren't going to put up that kind of money. And they'll be outbid. And why would Gladbach sell to a rival when they could sell to and get him out of the league? But if he's a free agent, I think that's where he looks and it's up to him. There's nothing Gladbach can do. Marco Rose comes in there. He likes the Bundesliga. Maybe wants to represent Dortmund. That's where the chance kind of comes in for me. So if they're going to sell Witsel, they're not going to bring in Zachariah, which leaves them another body short in the midfield. Maybe Rashford gets promoted, I don't know. But I feel like it's just safer to hold on to him than... What channel is the game on in Canada? It's showing the other Borussia... It should be on... I'm watching on Sportsnet Ontario. That's how I'm watching it. It had the Gladbach game on just before this. Werner as a second striker is actually so good. Creates space, passes. Yeah, but we're not really looking for a second striker. We're looking for a number 9 to replace Erling Haaland. But I mean, I do kind of think that if Werner did come to Dortmund, he would do well. I don't think he'll bust or anything the way he's kind of been a little lackluster at Chelsea. I just think because he came off of 28 goals in the Bundesliga, Chelsea fans were expecting a lot more out of him. And he's also he's become a bit of a meme just with the amount of missed chances he's had in such a short period of time in England. But, you know, whatever. Adeyemi has a higher ceiling. He does, but it's a lot of pressure on a very young player. And, like, Mullen was a little bit more developed than Adeyemi is, and he struggled in the Bundesliga, so it's a bit of a risk, in my opinion, bringing in Adeyemi. He has 15 goals and some assists last season. Yeah, but it's not about what he, like, the numbers he put up, because in my opinion, like, he had 6 goals and I think, like, 8 assists in the Premier League, which, for the big striker you're supposed to be, is not good enough. But it was the missed chances that he had. Werner missed an unbelievable amount of chances for Chelsea in a season, and it's why he got the reputation he started to get. It's someone who cannot finish. He just found ways to not put the ball in the back of the net. He could have had a ton more. So I thought Werner's season was pretty lackluster, and I don't think Chelsea fans would disagree. I think they were just expecting more out of him. I'm not saying that he had a terrible season. I just think as a striker, after coming off a 28-goal season, you were expected to put the ball in the back of the net a lot more than you did, and not miss the amount of chances that you did. Which is why I don't want to see Werner come to Dortmund, even though, like I said, I think that he would. I think he would thrive in Dortmund. Do you think Bellingham is sold to Liverpool? Not for a couple years. I think he will be with us next season. After that, I don't know. A little sloppy there from Meunier, but he gets lucky and gets a foul. He was good against Zenit. That's the Werner we need. Yeah, I know, but it was a game that they still didn't win. But yeah, he scored two okay goals. The one was pretty nice where he checked in and dropped the shoulder and had a nice little finish there. Me as a Chelsea fan, he had a good season after Tuchel came in. I mean, 6 goals, 8 assists, you can't go wrong with, but I just don't think those numbers are proper enough to be number 9, which is why Chelsea brought in Lukaku. They weren't convinced that he was going to be the striker they thought he was going to be. Doesn't mean he can't play a different role, which he obviously has under Thomas Tuchel. But Werner does take a lot of attention from defenders, which, if you can play him the right way, he can be a useful player. Here comes Hazard. Nice ball to Brandt. Doesn't matter if it's Zenit, they're the Russian champions. My point wasn't that it was Zenit, my point's that it was one game. He had one okay game against Zenit. Oh, JJD TV memes. They're like Wolfsburg. Yeah, Zenit's a tough team, and it was in Russia. So, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Timo Werner's performance against Zenit. Going to Russia is not an easy place to go. And Zenit is the champions over there, so... I mean, it was impressive. It was a good night for Werner. Scored 2 goals like that. It's just consistently scoring, which is the reason why he's not starting as a striker for Chelsea. What do you think about the whole Aubameyang scenario? I think that they're gonna try to get rid of Aubameyang as soon as they can. You guys remember when he was at Dortmund, he had the opportunity to go to China for an F load of money, and he chose not to because Arsenal came in, which at the time I really still liked Aubameyang, and I didn't want to see him, piss away his future. But I think at this stage in his career, I could see him potentially going to like a Saudi Arabian club. I think they still have decent money to invest. China's got no money to invest in players. But yeah, he's washed up. It looked good little run from Bellingham. Gets closed down pretty hard though there. Seems like he's done at Arsenal. He is. Who would you replace Royce with as he nears the end of his career? I'd probably, depending how long we keep Gio and Brandt, I'd probably try to utilize both of them. I don't know if I'd go out and I think they have a lot of attacking talent still. I think Gio's got a big ceiling. Brandt clearly becoming a player that he once was. So yeah, I don't know if you can really ever replace Royce, but you have two other attacking options in there, and if Brandt can play out wide like he's doing, you can put Gio through the middle. It'd be a nice little one there, without having to invest a lot of money. And you can, focus on other areas of this side that definitely need some defending, but Hummels caught out there as Greuther Fürth come back. But Hummels does well. Look at the pace on Mats Hummels, guys. Angie comes in and says, hoping for a good game today. I lost my best dog last night and need some good news. Aw. Angie, we're so sorry to hear that. Everyone in the chat, guys, throw Angie some love. Let's see some hearts. Obviously not an easy thing to lose an animal like that. So Angie, I'm very sorry to hear that. I know we got an awesome chat today. Just toss in some love, put in a heart, let Angie know that the nice BBB community here will show her a little bit of love. And hopefully Dortmund can show her a little love as well today on the pitch. Considering it's Greuther Fürth, that's a really intelligent touch there from Brandt. Really well done from Brandt, man. I like that. A little heel chop as well. Goes out for a corner. Hope you're doing okay, Angie. Angie, sorry for your loss. A lot of love coming in from Angie. I also don't have electricity today, so I can't even watch the game. Lots of goals for my Roxy today, please. Not a good day for Angie, guys, but I'm seeing a lot of black and yellow hearts coming in for Angie. She'll be tuning in for the watch along, so hopefully I'll be able to keep her up to date at least a little bit, as a corner came in and was defended well from Greuther Fürth. Also lost my dog a year ago. It's hard to find a new best friend. It is tough, guys. It is tough. A lot of you guys were here on the channel when my girlfriend's dog passed away, and you guys showed a lot of love there. So it's very appreciated. I know Ranji's watching from. She'll read some of these comments, and hopefully we'll put a bit of a smile on her face. Brandt is doing bits, man. The confidence on Brandt is like it's a brand new player. The fact that he just had such an incredible turn like that. It's easier, or it's harder than it looks. He makes it look easy. The way that the ball came to him, it looked like he was going to do a pass. He opened up his body, allowed the ball just to run past the defender, and then he did a heel chop on top of that before putting in a through ball to Royce. It was filthy, man. Brandt has got some confidence coming in right now. You love to see it. But Greuther Fürth on the attack once again, and Hummels comes in with a very good challenge. And I'm not sure where Bellingham was going with that pass, as he just gives it right back to Greuther Fürth as they're back on the attack. Brandt is showing flashes of brilliance again. Yes, he is, my man. Yes, he is. And I thought that play from top to bottom was just beautiful. Nice little ball back there. Greuther Fürth are coming in today, man. They're not being pushovers, which, can make you a little bit nervous. But Greuther Fürth are absolutely in this match, and we're 13 minutes in here, and they've had a few good little chances. We keep sloppily giving the ball away like Schultz just did there. And that's a really good ball. Oh, ho, ho. Big chance. And from a couple sloppy passes today, Schultz got caught. I know it was in the air, but I think he should have done better. That was a really clever little ball. and Meunier did well to close him down, and I think that was just a poor touch in the end. But what are we doing? Not super happy. We have to win this. We do, but we've been sloppy so far, guys. This hasn't been the start we were looking for. Greuther Fürth maybe picking up that first win of the season gave them a little bit of confidence. But looking a little sloppy in the back end right now for Dortmund. Let's see if Royce can do something from the middle here. If you guys are just tuning into the chat, as always, guys, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Say hello in the chat. Drop a sub if you're new. As Greuther Fürth showing a bit of a challenge so far for Dortmund. I need to get Holland more involved in the game so far. Haven't seen too much of him. We've seen a good little bit of Royce and Brandt, which is always nice. Back four looking a little bit out of shape. Which isn't always the best of news. Schultz is like 28. Needs to be at his peak. You know, we know how Schultz is, guys. Can we win the UEFA Europa League? It's a tough competition, guys. I mean, I would like to think that, yes, we can win it. It depends on how serious we're going to take it. I think the closer we are... I think the closer we are to Bayern, the less serious we're going to take the Europa League. If Bayern start drifting away, then I think we may put a little focus to it. But it's a tough competition, man. Rangers are definitely not a pushover. You got teams like Barca, Napoli. We got Leipzig. Dortmund's the betting favorite to win the Europa League right now, though, guys. I thought that was an interesting stat. Very interesting. Hummels picks up an early yellow card. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Luca tunes in, says, BBB need Gio. It'd be nice to get everyone back healthy as another nice little ball comes in. And Greuther Fürth having wave and wave of attack. It's a poor little ball, though, as Witzel gets it. Need to find a way to get Holland involved. Like, he should be having a heyday against this back four right now. Fürth has been atrocious this season. And another sloppy ball. Zagadou has been good so far. Mistake incoming. Now, guys. I'm hoping that streak will change. And I think a lot of the reasons when we watched him, Zagadou was very young still. Zagadou is still young. But when he was playing before, man, he had a mistake in him just about every time I watched him play. And then the injuries didn't help, and that's just kind of the player I remember. Hopefully he's healthy, can stay healthy, and can turn around his form and become a big quality defender, because I think he's playing for a new contract right now, if I'm being completely honest. Why don't Dortmund ever buy players instead of... Why don't Dortmund ever buy players? Instead, we are more focused on youth. That's definitely not true. Dortmund buy players all the time. They buy young players. I don't know if that was what you were talking about. But you don't usually see a ton of promotion throughout the side. I mean, we saw Mukuku was supposed to be the big new deal, and he is probably not going to play a ton this season. Most players you see on this Dortmund side have been purchased. But like Adeyemi is a young player, and that's the kind of signing you're going to expect. Hopefully Schotterbeck, who I think will be a great signing, will come in. Zachariah is prime age. It's nicely done there from Holland. He gets lucky to get the ball back. Okay little cross from Holland, but well defended by Fürth once again. And that's better from Thomas Meunier. We should be controlling this game. Instead, it's the other way around. I know. I know, man. It's actually kind of surprising. Brandt needs a Team of the Week card. Every time I see Schultz in the lineup, I want to puke. My tip is 3-1 for BBB. Angie says, thanks everyone. Feeling lost without her, but hoping for some distraction. With a lot of love giving to Angie today. I think BBB don't get like big names, record signings. Not the way that the team is run, my man. I said each season expect the top signing so far to cost around 35 mil. That's the type of signing Dortmund look for. So any player over that, there's no point of even thinking that they would come. So Dusan Vlahovic will not be an option. I don't see the team changing that up anytime soon, but it's just the way that this team's run. It's the way that Bayern has splashed the cash once, really, on Lucas Hernandez. Other than that, they're sort of a similar type of method with strategic deals, free transfers. Nice little ball from Bellingham. Oh, poorly read there, but looks like the speed of Schultz may get there, and Schultz did well there to close it down. Zagadou plus Akanji may be interesting. I still am going to be very cautious to put a lot of love into Zagadou quite yet. I need to see him stay fit. I need to see him have a performance after performance and keeping his composure, keeping his shape. That was nicely done there. 20 minutes in, guys. 20 minutes in. It's been an even game. And that's a little embarrassing. Zagadou looking decent. Maybe he keeps his spot when Akanji's healthy. I'd say no. I think Akanji and Hummels are front two, and that's just. I mean, I'd put Akanji in front of Hummels if I'm being completely honest. I think that Zagadou could be an important player, come rotation, and I'm hoping that he can play well. And I'd like to maybe see a game with Zagadou and Akanji in it, but I think Akanji's our guy, is our center back. But I also, the big thing about, like I said, the big thing about Zagadou, guys, is we need to see him consistently stay healthy, consistently perform. Because, I mean, staying healthy is one thing, but like I said, I mean, I personally see Zagadou as a player who makes a mistake just about every game. And that kind of stuff has got to stop if he wants to be a starter at this level. So we'll have to wait and see how Zagadou can come good. But I hope the best for him, and it's good to see him start 3 games in a row, guys. So Royce does well there. Gets a throw in. Zagadou just needs to stay fit. Is Davies the first Canadian that won a Champions League? Yes, he is. He's the first and only player to win the Champions League from Canada. Nicely done. That was very clever from Marco Reus. Look at Hazard go there. Oh, really good opportunity from Dortmund. Well done. Zagadou does well there. A little bit of pressure coming on from Dortmund now, which is good to see. Holland with the ball. Sneaky little pass, and that's in the back of the net. If that's onside, which I think it is, that's a nice goal. Nice finish from the left foot of Thorgan Hazard, boys. I think it was on. We're going to wait and see. I don't want to celebrate too much yet. Let's take a look here. Zagadou does well. Holland way out wide. And look at this little run towards it's going to be... No, I think that might be off. Because you can score with your head, and yeah. I can't really tell. That looked like it was offside. It's a really good little ball there from Holland, and a great finish from Thorgan Hazard. I don't know. It's hard to tell, man. The arm looked offside, like the shoulder and the head, which you can obviously score from. Because remember, his arm can be offside because you can't score with that part of your body. But you can score with your shoulder, you can score with your head. So I think they're checking it. But from the angle, man, the foot might have kept him on. I haven't seen any... Is it being taken back? No goal. You can't score with your arm. No, that's what I'm saying. His shoulder and his head was above the last line. But I meant, like, if your arm... Like, the reason his arm was outstretched, which it doesn't count. So it's the shoulder. That's the closest point to the keeper, and it was just offside. It was closer than I thought it was. As soon as it went in, I had a feeling that it was probably going to be offside. But it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. So Hazard, with a beautiful goal assisted from Holland, gets ruled out. I love Dortmund colors. Reminds me of Watford a bit. They do. VAR out. His armpit was offside, apparently. That's annoying. The armpit. Why the F do they count shoulders as offside? It should be feet. They count shoulders because you can score with your shoulders. You can score any part of your body that you can score with is what they count. So that's why I said if your arm is out like this and the defender comes right here, his last foot, you'll be onside because you can't score with this part of your body. But the defender was right here, and his shoulder was out there, which you can score with. So it's offside. It was the right call. Unfortunate, but it was better from Dortmund. That wasn't a VAR call that got me all upset, because that was the right call. It was close though. It was close. It's a shame it was close, because it would have been a nice goal. Yeah, Zoyer can't ever ref Dortmund again for the foreseeable future, which is, I think, is funny. It's a nice ball to Bellingham. Whips it deep, and it's just out of reach. Unless you're Emre Can, you can get a handball call when it's your shoulder. Yeah, we've had unluck in our past, my man. VAR does not like us this season. VAR does not like us this season, but it was a right call, guys. He was clearly offside. 25 minutes in, though, man, I would definitely like to see a first half goal. I remember last season we went a good amount of time without scoring in the first half. You guys remember that? I want to say we went 9 games last season without scoring in the first half. We were a huge second half team. I don't think we had quite those issues this season, but I would like to see a goal in this first half. Dortmund has a great team, but every time I watch them, it is as if we don't have a heart and desire to dominate a game. I only see it in Jude. I'd say it. I mean, I think Royce and Haaland could fall in that category as well. But yeah, I mean, the personality of Jude Bellingham is just flawless. But I don't know what it is. I mean, 25 minutes in, we have not dominated Greuther Fürth, which is just not good enough. We had a good little opportunity there. Quality prevails, and we scored, but it rightly was ruled out. But Fürth has been pushing bodies forward. I think that they realize that there's a bit of an issue from time to time in the midfield and the back four. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if they can pick it back up. I'm nervous about the way that this is going. I feel you, man. I feel you. But there's still a ton of time. Still a ton of time. Mooney's with the ball right now. It's a nice ball. Who's the ref today? Daniel Schlager is the ref today, Angie. Josh, what are your thoughts on Rangers versus Dortmund in the Europa League? I think it's going to be a really fun couple games. I'm actually really excited for it. I think Rangers are a good side. Could absolutely upset us. I think we will be favorites, and hopefully, again, if we take it seriously, I think there's a good chance we'll go through. But here comes Fürth once again, as Schultz is caught out of position. But Zagadou does very well there. Very well. Good defending from Dan Axel Zagadou. I hate to even bring this up, but after Gladbach went out of the UEFA Champions League, Rose's team played awful, and I'm seeing the exact same thing here with this BBB team. I mean, I think that's a stretch because it's completely different players. So I don't know. I wouldn't read too much into that. I think we were very unlucky not to win against Bochum. We were the better team. We had plenty of chances to win it. We didn't take it. This game has been pretty disappointing so far from a Dortmund side. We have not been that good. Good corner kick coming in, and Haaland on the defensive side of the game. Got a couple hellos coming in from Blood Gang. Hello as well. Goal incoming. Rangers have great fans like Dortmund. You like to see it. Another corner kick coming up for Greuther Fürth. I believe that's Tillman taking it. And well defended. Haaland is pissed. Nicely done. Nice save. Ben Fürth forward. Spread them out. JJD TV fan has tuned in. It's like we haven't got out of the bed yet. Do you think Joe Felix needs a change of scenery at Atletico Madrid? 100%. I think he's the right player at the wrong club. You got to be a certain type of player to be able to deal with Diego Simeone in that style of play. So, yeah, he needs to go somewhere else. But another corner kick coming up For Greuther Fürth, it's a good one, but it was defended very nicely there from Thomas Meunier. Greuther Fürth has been putting the game on us, man. Holy. We need to wake up here, man. They might have got a little confidence after their first win. Throwing it down with the big boys. Dortmund need to be more ruthless in their finishing. Well, I mean, that finish from Hazard, in my opinion, that looked like a ruthless finish. That was an incredible hit with his left foot. Nice ball. Williams with it. I don't know. I don't really know what to say right now. Dortmund need to grab the ball and hold on to it a little bit. It's a little bit better. Finds Marco Reus. Switches it on out to Thorgan Hazard. Nice ball. Oh, really nice work. Really nice work there from Bellingham, who gets tackled. Is that a pen? Nope. Oh, that one might have been one. That looked like Holland could have got a hand there. Holland wins a corner. They're gonna check for the hand there. Can you say hi for my name or for my what? Let's take a look here. Is that a handball? Oh yeah, that's a hand, guys. That should be a penalty. That should be a penalty for sure. That has to be a penalty. Refs, yeah, it's gonna be. If that's not a penalty, then I'll have an issue with VAR. That is 100% a pen. His arm was away from his body, so it's not in a natural position. He completely stopped an opportunity being shot. This has to be given, man. Guys, if it is given, let me know in the chat. Who do you think is going to take the penalty? Holland or Reus? Remember, Reus missed a few, and then he scored. I think, the last 2 or 3. But that's a penalty, man. That's for sure, a penalty. Like, that could have gone on target. That's clear. I don't know why they're taking so long, man. That's easily a penalty. I think Roy should take the penalty, not Holland. Because I think Holland was taking him before. He's going to check it out. Yeah, this is going to be a pen, guys. Holland to take. I feel like Royce might take it. Only because Holland. Actually, I think Holland scored. I can't even remember. I can't remember the last time Holland took a penalty. Because Guerrero and Chan were taking them. Then Royce, I think he took the last 2 or 3, scored them both. And the ref is going to have an easy decision to make here. I'm curious. We're going to find out. You're probably right. You're probably right that Holland's going to take it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Royce does because he's on a bit of a roll. And I can't remember the last time Holland took it. But it is a penalty. It was clear. And Dortmund have the opportunity on the 32nd minute. As the yellow card is coming out as well. So a little double whammy there. Alright, guys. Drop a like on the stream if you're just tuning in. Drop a sub if you're just joining us. And let us know. Do you think Dortmund's going to score this? And let's find out who's going to take it. It is Erling Haaland. Haaland does have it, so you guys were all right. Haaland to take. He was the man who took the shot. Come on, Haaland. We have not been playing very well this game so far. It's just what happens when you have quality on your team. You create chances like this. You got to take advantage of it. Let's go, boys. Haaland has scored 4 and missed 2 of his last 6 Bundesliga penalties. So not the best penalty record, guys. Chan's not in. Guerrero's not in. But let's take a look at Erling Haaland. Come on, baby. And as cool as you like, guys, Erling Haaland makes it 1-0. We needed that. We needed that, man. We needed that. Why did Mullen cut all his hair off? I did not see that. I'm going to take a look at Mullen when he comes on. But that's a goal, boys. We've got gained a member to the channel as well. Jason becomes a member. Big shout out to him. Appreciate all of our members here on the channel. Always helps with the the content and helping us have a better JJD TV. So Jason, big love to you, my friend. Digging the Detective Pikachu picture as well. But there we go, boys. Erling Haaland steps up. He takes it. And it's 1-0. Hopefully that's a little gut shot there to Greuther Fürth, who have been pretty good. Let's be honest. They have been pretty good. I need to see Donny. I haven't seen Donny either. But he scores his 12th goal of the season. Apparently there's a bald Daniel Malen in there, which I definitely need to see. The goal probability was 77% from a penalty. That's interesting. Now we need some intensity, says Matt. I agree with that. I agreed with that. So I said hopefully it was a little gut check to Greuther Fürth. But we need to play better because we were getting lucky there. Greuther Fürth was coming on with a few corners in a row, a couple opportunities, but weren't able to take them. A couple bald Mullen jokes coming in the chat. Where did you guys see Mullen? Was he celebrating? Do you see him? No, I haven't seen bald Mullen yet. It's gonna be interesting. Gonna be interesting to see bald Mullen. Nice little ball, all that, but that's what we needed. Nice play done from Haaland. Looks like Dutch Martial. Yeah, I thought Martial looked funny without hair too. Mullen's going bald for Christmas. Our problem is that we never finish the games off. Yeah. I mean, again, guys, I don't know if it's just if I'm being a little ignorant towards Greuther Fürth. But I mean, I was a little bit worried there. But I mean, after scoring this goal, I agree. We should be able to score one or two more, man. This team has just been terrible. And there's another good opportunity. Marco Reus. That's a good save, Haaland. Well, you spoke of not taking your chances, and there was a good opportunity there. The chemistry is really looking good. Look at the ball from Brandt to Reus. He gets the shot off, and it falls to Haaland, who couldn't really wrap his foot around it. How come the Bundesliga has COVID under control, but the Premier League and matches are canceled left, right? I don't know, because Germany definitely doesn't have it under control. Well, actually, I don't know. Like there's a bunch of cases because obviously like Bayern and I think Augsburg are playing behind closed doors, but games are still going on. So I mean, yeah, I guess the league itself has it under control. I'm not really sure why. I thought it was because there was such an outbreak that it wasn't really the league. It was the fact that players can't actually play because the entire team is in quarantine. But maybe I'm wrong. I thought that's why Tottenham had their game against Rennes canceled and against Burnley canceled. Leipzig winning. Tedesco is doing his magic, which I'm surprised, man. I didn't really think that he was going to be just a real fit because he's got a very different style of play. Wait, is Adeyemi joining Dortmund? I'm like 95% confident. We saw a little miss throw in there, but yeah, the deal's not done yet, guys. But I can give you almost like a JJD TV promise that Adeyemi will be going to Borussia Dortmund. But here comes a big counterattack here. Mats Hummel's under a bit of pressure. Oh, and a good opportunity. Domenico Tedesco, you know. Yeah, he had some success with Schalke, had some success with Spartak Moscow, and now he's looking to get back onto Leipzig. I just think he was more defensive-minded manager, which is why I didn't think he'd be a full fit over at Leipzig. A bit of a surprise-ish signing, but he's clearly coming in, maybe giving Leipzig a little bit of what they needed, a little bit of structure, which is something he can definitely bring to the table that I think Jesse Marsch just bit off a little bit more than he could chew. Yeah, there was absolutely no defense. It was a big counterattack. Our fullbacks and Zagadou were nowhere to be found. Nice little ball from Reus. Very clever footwork from Reus, but defended well in the end. Would you sell Witsel for any price in the winter or keep him to the end of the season? I'd keep him to the end of the season. Like I said, as long as Zagadou remains a free agent, I would keep Witsel so we have bodies in the middle instead of selling him for pennies on the dollar. And then I would sign Zachariah for free in the summer. I just don't think we'll be able to put money into anyone in the wintertime or anyone quality. Because again, it's not like Witzel's a good player, like a good option to have for us. And we sell him for what, 10 mil? Who are we going to replace with 10 mil? No one. So I don't think it. What I would do is I would keep Witsel, I'd let him walk it for free at the end of the season, and I would sign Zachariah, if possible, for a free as well. Maybe Boubacar Kamara. There's some good options out there on free transfer. That's what I personally would do. Little wage swap there, but we'll have to see. Pepe looking good in FC Dallas. Yeah, Pepe's been linked to a few clubs. I still feel like a mid-table Bundesliga side would be good for him. Ricardo Pepe's definitely not ready for like Dortmund. He hasn't been linked here at all. He's not ready for Atletico Madrid. I think that would be a stupid signing for Atletico and for Ricardo Pepe. They just simply will not play. And I think like a team maybe like Frankfurt, who need a bit of a striker, because Bora's just not quite doing it. I think that would be a good little spot for Ricardo Pepe. Kamara going to United, not Dortmund. You wish, my man. You wish. No, I don't think Boubacar Kamara is going to go to Dortmund. He hasn't been linked there at all. I'm not really sure where he's going to go. I don't know. Has he actually been linked to? Has Boubacar Kamara been linked to United? There's a dangerous foul coming up from Greuther Fürth. If you sell Witsel, get Zachariah. You can't. I don't think Gladbach will sell him in January to us. That's the big thing. And on top of that, he'll cost more than Witsel will. I don't know what our budget's like. So I would keep Witsel until the end of the year, let him walk for free, and then go after a decent, solid little CB free signing, which could be like Zachariah. I'm not wishing, Josh. Link to us, yes. Hadara 2. Pogba's replacement. It'd be nice if you can pull it off. Here comes a free kick coming up for Greuther Fürth in a very dangerous position. And a dreadful free kick. No worry right there. What's up, Josh? Just joined. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well, my man. Hope you are as well. Ndidi or Axel Witsel? I don't think Ndidi would ever come. Again, not the profile player for Dortmund. You got to really look inside the league, guys, or a very strategic one. But Ndidi will 1000% never join Borussia Dortmund. Kamara would have been like I think could have been a type of Dortmund signing, being free and young. But I think he's just a good enough player that he's got to have a lot of other interest, and apparently United's interested in as well. So I mean, Kamara hasn't been linked to Dortmund anyways. But Zachariah makes a lot of sense for every reason in the book. That's a good ball from Royce to find Haaland, who's taken down. Is there a foul given from the ref? There is. Yellow card for Williams. Lacroix would be good. I'd love Lacroix, but again, money. Money, I just don't think it's an option. But that might have been offside. It was a really good ball from Royce. It looked like a bit of offside for Haaland, but I don't think you can review it anyways. So Williams ended up picking up a yellow card and another nice little free kick coming up for Borussia Dortmund. What's going behind my back? Ronaldo is better than Messi. Jin is not having it. What sad news to hear about Aguero's retirement. Yeah, guys. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But so we love Aguero. We give him love. Good player, but safety first, man. But yeah, you guys saying that's a dangerous. It could have been a red card. If it was a red card, it would have been brought into VAR, and I think Haaland was offside. So because he only gave a yellow there, it actually worked out, I think, in our favor a little bit. Because I mean, Williams picks up a yellow, which if it was offside, he wouldn't have got anything, and we get a free kick out of it in a good territory, man, a good position. But I think if he would have gave a red, it would have been reviewed, and I think Holland was offside there, but maybe I'm wrong, and it would have been a red. But I think we got lucky here. And now we get a dangerous free kick. Marco Reus to take. Oh! I don't know if that hit the post or that was a nice save. I couldn't tell there. But always good technique on Marco Reus when it comes to free kicks there. And Didi's contract expires in 2024. I don't rate Lacroix. He's a red card, and I don't know why you rate him, Josh. Lacroix? Lacroix's a very good young center back. He had a really, really good season last year. But I don't talk about him much because he's at least worth 30 plus mil, and that's a little out of our budget. This season, Lacroix is 20. Yeah, Lacroix hasn't been good this season, so maybe it hits him a little bit. Josh, imagine Liam Miller at Dortmund. He scored tonight for Basel. My man scored. I like it. That was a really good save, though. Jin says, Bellingham now isn't playing against Hertha. Oh, yeah, and as you guys... Jin, appreciate the... Because I did miss that. That was Bellingham's 5th yellow card of the season, and he picked it up for... I believe he was talking back to the ref. I don't really know. It was kind of... Didn't really need to be a yellow card, so maybe Bellingham wanted to take it to be out against Hertha, give him a little bit of rest. I'm not really sure. But here comes Hazard. Not the brightest shot. Just imagine getting Lacroix / Akanji or Schlotterbeck / Akanji. Schlotterbeck is way more realistic than Lacroix is. We haven't been ever linked really to Lacroix. So yeah, if you guys want to start dreaming about center backs, guys, dream about Schlotterbeck. Because I think there's a really good opportunity that we get him. But yeah, that was a really nice free kick from Reus, guys. It was a very nice free kick from Reus. It was a really good save, though, in the end. As there's 2 additional minutes added on here for the last couple minutes of this half. 1-0. Not the best half of football you're ever going to see Borussia Dortmund play. But we got a penalty. Had a goal ruled out. Had a couple good chances. Looked a little sloppy from the back end. Looked a little bit open as well, which I kind of didn't like too much. I can shoot better free kicks, bro. Just hit the ball on the valve, top bins. I don't know. I think Reus has got one of the best techniques you're going to find. Schultz can do any individual stuff. We need a new left back. Last minute goal over here. Jin's like, I'm joking. Relax, guys. No, I just love the consistency of Marco Reus in his free kicks. They're always, like, they don't always go in, obviously. I mean, free kicks are tricky, but he's got the technique down. He always puts an opportunity to put one in the back of the net. But sloppy turnover there in the midfield, and just like that, 5 blue shirts going forward against 3 yellows. But Mats Hummels with a good little block in there. Schlotterbeck. That's a foul, I think, coming in. 2 minutes have been played. Who do you think we will replace Bellingham with? Hard to tell because, like I said, I don't think Bellingham's gonna be leaving in. Let's take a look what happened here. Oh, was it Bellingham? I think Bellingham got ball there. Bellingham is on a yellow, guys. That would be quite ridiculous. I think Bellingham's okay. I would probably take Bellingham off, considering he's on a yellow. Halftime, I believe, is here. He got the ball. It's nothing. It was dangerous, though, man. He was half a second late. It could have been a yellow. And the Greuther Fürth manager picks up a yellow card. Yelling at the ref. Who it looks like he made the right call. But I would take Bellingham off. Not that he's playing bad or anything, man, but we got Chan and Dahoud on the bench. That could have been dangerous, man. We could have just picked up a half a second late, man. We could have got a yellow card. He could have been sent off. Whew. They're winning 1-0, not struggling. I mean, it was sort of a struggle, guys. It was a little bit of a struggle, but it definitely wasn't our best half. Let's go around the league, guys. Take a look at some other scores. West Ham fouling hard. Sub him off. What do you guys think? Would you guys want to see Bellingham subbed off? I don't feel like the same hunger from our team. I don't know about that. Get Mullen in. Any substitutions you guys would like to see at halftime? Because I would probably take off Bellingham, man. Ref was with some dumb haircut. Who does he think he is? How is Tillman playing? I thought Tillman actually played pretty decently, to be honest. But looking at it, man, Hummels picked up a yellow card, and Bellingham picked up a yellow card for us. We're getting into halftime. We'll get into the chat very quickly. If you guys are just tuning in, guys, as always, be sure to drop a like on today's stream. Drop a sub as well, and let us know your thoughts on the game so far. Looking around the league, Leipzig has got a 1-0 lead over Augsburg. Andre Silva starting to find some goal-scoring form, which is nice for him. Leverkusen up against Hoffenheim in a good little match there. Patrick Schick, again, goal-scoring form. The Freiburg and Union game is 0-0, and the Gladbach-Frankfurt game ended today 3-2 winners for Frankfurt. So, damn, man. Ford actually scoring as well, so that's interesting. But all right, let's jump on over to the chat, see what you guys are saying. I would, at halftime here, guys, I would do a couple substitutions. The first one I would look to do would be to take off Bellingham, and I'd probably put on Dahoud, just because Dahoud, you know, can play that pass, can maybe open some things up. And, I mean, yeah, that would probably be the one substitution I would make. Got a super chat here on the channel. Much love to our boy White. Awesome viewer and member here on JJD TV. Appreciate the donation, my man. Says Bellingham off and Dahoud or Chan in. White, I agree. And I think that's, I don't know, I think from a game management perspective, that's the smartest thing you're going to be able to do. Bellingham has had a ton of minutes. I was surprised he started this kind of game anyways, considering, you know, it was Greuther Fürth. You have Chan and Dahoud there. So I agree. I'd sub off come second half without even risking it. I'd get Bellingham off, and I'd get Dahoud in would be my choice. Just for a little bit of attacking balance as well. Can pick out that pass. Hummels would, if you were to sub off Hummels, which I don't know if they will, it would be Prongacic would be the obvious one. If Bellingham comes off, Dahoud should come on instead of Chan. Chan is literally a ticking time bomb. I agree. I just think Dahoud would balance Witsel better than Chan would balance Witsel, so I agree with that 100%. The team looks like they're waiting for a winter break. Could be. They need to get the job done here, man. Need to get key beating up teams left, right, and center, which is funny because it didn't look like they were going to have a very good season. They looked like they were really going to struggle. And out of nowhere, Oliver Glasner finally got the team performing the way that they should be. They stuck with the system. I think he wanted to implement his 4-2-3-1 like he did at Wolfsburg, which was pretty successful last season. And then he just said, screw it, I'm going to play with worse for this team. BVB struggling. Agreed. Buy Patrick Schick. Would you guys want to see Dortmund target Schick? I did the base icon today, and I got mid Pele. I'm screaming. Well, Producer T probably respects that. Why did you do the icon? Ah. Jeez. Oh. 350,000 coin, and JJD TV fan pulls Pele. It's big. Why is this not a blowout? We are versing the worst team in the league. This should be easier than it is. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. We have not been very good today. Greuther Fürth, like I said, is one of the worst Bundesliga sides, I think, in recent history. I don't know. I just think that we're sloppy. We look a little tired, a little jagged. I'd probably look to inject a little bit of substitutions at halftime, specifically for Bellingham. But it's curious. I mean, Bellingham does look tired, and he's our engine. And when he's not performing to his ability, the rest of the team, it shows. Also, our defensive looked all over the place, which is not unusual. Are you going to watch Olympic hockey? You bet. I hope the NHL players are there. Probably watch it regardless, but I'd prefer NHL players to be there so Canada could wash the floor with everybody else. You know. The most recent like tweet. It's Bald Mullen. All right, guys, we can take a look at Bald Mullen here on Twitter. I don't know if Taylor wants to pull it up on screen. If you can pull that out. Yeah, do that. I'm going to wait. I'll give you guys a reaction. Producer T is going to pull up Bald Mullen for you guys. It's going to say starting. Oh, we're going to take a look at Bald Mullen, guys. This is for you guys. Josh, where are the FIFA streams? Guys, there's a big break coming up between December 18th and January 8th. So I am going to be doing some FIFA streams. So anyone who likes our career modes, we are going to be starting a Borussia Dortmund career mode. So expect some streams coming up after this weekend because we have a big break. I got some time to do it. We'll try to get in a couple of videos. Our Discord best 11 versus my best 11. I have a Marco Reus video that's dedicated to White, top tier member here in the channel. So over the next couple weeks, there should be some interesting content while the Bundesliga is off. But there he is, guys. There's Bald Mullen. How did R9 get on the Dortmund's bench? All right, what do you guys think, guys? Drop a out of 1 to 10. How good is this haircut on Daniel Mullen? Do you guys rate it? It's interesting. What is your top 4 of the Bundesliga predictions by the end of the season? Mine is in no order. Dortmund, Leipzig, Leverkusen. I think Leipzig under their new management, I think they're gonna find some consistency. So I agree with your top 4, but to rank it, I'd go Bayern, Dortmund, Leverkusen, Leipzig. Why is first blue kits not green? I have no idea. I think it's just their away kits for the season. Zagadu's playing great. He's playing decent. I haven't been tested too much, but he had a couple decent tackles in there. What transfers would you like to see in January? Again, what I would like to see is there's what I'd like to see, there's what's realistic, and there's what there's going to happen. What I'd like to see, no point even discussing it because it's never going to happen. What I think what we're going to see is nothing. I don't think there's going to be anything, and that's just how it is. It depends. If they get Witzel out there, maybe they can muster up some money, but I don't know who they're going to target, man. January transfers are not even strategic because most of the time they don't pan out and they're overpriced, so I don't know. I don't expect anything, man. I really don't. I'd like to add in some depth to a center back or CDM, but I just don't see it happening. Do you play soccer/football? What's your position? Would you say that you are good? I played my whole life. I still play. I played as a left winger most of my life, playing outdoor. I play a lot of indoor as well. And I play in a 2-1-2 system. I play as the center mid. And yeah, for a Canadian, I'd say I was pretty good. I played at the college level, both indoor and outdoor. Leading goal scorer, whatever. But that's as high as it took in me. Not that I was going to go far or anything, but shoulder injuries made me had to take like a couple years off. Just kept dislocated my shoulder 3 times, got surgery on it. Just kept popping out. Hockey's fault. So yeah, I don't know. I was decent, but was never going to be professional or anything like that. Why did Mullen cut off his hair? I don't know. But the ratings have come in from you guys. Yash has a 4. White gives him a 10 out of 10. Mullen gave him a 15 out of 10. Jesus. Jose is not expecting it. I've got a couple of 5s in there. A 3. He looks Brazilian. I don't know. Ugh. I love Dortmund. I'm losing my hair, so 10 for Mullen, haircut for me, bald gang. New haircut, Mullen, BVB form. Mullen was on good form. I don't know what the new haircut's for. Maybe his headers were all over the place with the hair. I don't know what it is. Do you think the priority for Rosa to work on in the winter training camp would be the defense? Absolutely. It has to be. In my opinion, it's structure, but then focusing on the defense as well. He needs to get, like, again, I've mentioned identity a lot. I do think he's starting to find that. I think the 4-2-3-1 is his shape, but he needs to make sure that everyone kind of contributes the way that they want to be. Like, today, there's been some good runs. I think the chemistry between Royce and Brandt is next level. I think Holland will always be able to put goals, will always be able to create chances. There's a lot of space. Sometimes when our midfield it takes one pass or one turnover and our midfield are non-existent, and then it's going on a very unstable back four. So I think Rosa needs to do something to balance his team out, find the right players to fit, and really get that back four in a defensive shape, because I feel like they wander a lot. Like, there's a couple of counterattacks that Fürth had where there was just no one to be found. Ronaldo wants to be the next Josh when he grows up. Yeah. Preparing to be the next BBB Terminator when Holland leaves. How was Brandt, Royce, and Holland performance today? I thought Brandt has looked good. Just on the ball, like a couple really cheeky little steps and cuts and a few through balls. Royce has been active. Holland's been a little quiet, but obviously give him a chance. He was able to draw the penalty and put the ball in the back of the net. So Holland's been decent. I think Brandt and Royce have been pretty good. The rest of the team has been okay as well, I guess. Mullen, Anti-Samson comes on and gets a hat trick. I see Brandt as the next Royce. If my legend ever retires, they almost play alike. I agree. Someone asked me earlier on the stream who will replace Royce when he moves on, and I think it's going to be Brandt. I think Brandt's going to go into that midfield and be the cam that we expected him to be. And then maybe Gio can step up and play outside, or Gio can come in cam, and I don't know. But yeah, I see Brandt staying in Dortmund for a while, and especially now that he's got some form back. Why are BBB struggling so much against the low block? I don't know. I really don't, because I think that oh, that's what Bellingham got a yellow card for, staring at the keeper. I think when Fürth was able... Ooh, that was a tough challenge there. And Bellingham did get subbed off, guys. So, yeah, right decision. Bellingham comes off for Dahoud, which was absolutely the right call. But what I see is that Fürth, when they're standing still and defending properly, they're hard to break down. But when Fürth puts body forwards and they allow to actually have a proper attack, and Dortmund are able to then go the other way, that's where you're going to see them stretch, and that's where you're going to see opportunities come in here. So I think they just got to be a little bit more patient with the ball. The quick passes is the thing that opens up Fürth. When you see the movement between Brandt and Royce, they have no problem cutting up this back line. I just think they need to be a little bit more structured in the second half, do a little bit of the same, try to keep this line and just take their chances. But we're back underway in the second half, guys. If you're tuning in, drop a like, say hello, and you can still put in a score prediction or let us know how you think the second half is going to play out. I think Augsburg only need 1 or 2 wins to send Gladbach to 16th. That's humiliating, man. Gladbach, like I said, guys, Nielsen came on for Fürth as well, a substitution there, and then, like I said, Dahoud came on for Bellingham, which was absolutely the right call. Good on Marco Rosa. Better game management. That's better game management. But yeah, man, Gladbach was expected to be a top 4 team, considering that they got top 4 a couple years ago with Marco Rosa. Knowing that last season wasn't the best season, they got no European football. They have nothing to distract them. Nothing. They should be going for top 4. And they had a good I wouldn't say they had a good transfer window because they didn't really sign a lot of people, but they kept a lot of bodies in. Like, this team should be competing for a top 4. I think this managerial merry-go-round had an impact on a lot of sides. It looks like it was decent for us with Marco Rosa. It's starting to look like it's going to be a good signing for Oliver Glasner for Frankfurt. And it looked atrocious for Jesse Marsch because he's already got sacked. And I think Adi Hütner is going to be the next one to get thrown out and thrown to the wolves because it's just not working for him at Gladbach. That's too good of a team to be sitting this close to relegation. Josh, do you have a Dortmund home jersey, bro? What they're wearing? I do not have a home one, no. I have the away kit of this year. So I usually buy a kit. I think I got like 3 last year from Dortmund. So like I have a bunch. So I didn't feel like I need to go out and, get more. I have like 15 Dortmund jerseys. So I went and bought the away kit because I really liked it. And we used the black background for the channel. So it felt like the right fit. Will Lucien Favre return to Gladbach? I think that's what a lot of Gladbach fans would want to see. I think if Adi Hütner gets sacked, I think they would look at Favre. I doubt they would look at Jesse Marsch. I don't think what Jesse Marsch, anything he did at Leipzig would be like, hey, you're ready to come back to the Bundesliga. But I think Lucien Favre would be up for the Gladbach challenge, and I think that he would be a decent little fit there. Defense, definitely that, and a consistent way of playing. Hazard taking some of Mullen's hair. Nah, it's off. Hazard taking some of Mullen's hair. West Ham will beat Dortmund if they play it like this today. Yeah, they're not playing very well today. BVB are apparently closing on the signing of American youth player Kieran Fletcher. Interesting. Can't say I've ever heard of the player. Have to keep an eye on that. Josh, is there talk Aubameyang will be sold in the January window? I have no idea. I'm assuming. I've heard that he was stripped of the captaincy and he's just been a nightmare to be with. So, Anthony Mullen. So there's a chance. There's a chance. Favre was at Gladbach already. He was. Favre took over Gladbach when they were a 16th place team, and obviously took them up an incredible few seasons there before going over to Nice and then coming to Dortmund. So I think Favre going back to Gladbach would make a lot of sense. I don't know if it'll happen. We'll have to wait and see. But I think absolutely after this season for Gladbach, I would have sacked Hütner after the 6-0 loss. But that's a good little ball from Schultz. Finds Thorgan Hazard. Oh, no. Oh, it was a really good little touch from Thorgan Hazard. I don't like Favre for Man United. Too timid. No, Favre's not going to Manchester United. But Favre might be looked at Gladbach if they sack Adi Hütner. Liverpool is my Prem team. It was a really good opportunity from Thorgan Hazard there. It's a tough one. I need 2.5. That was a great chance. It was a really good ball down to Thorgan Hazard. Yeah, Yash, I agree with you. If I was a Manchester United fan, I'd be screaming and begging for Erik ten Hag. Maybe Poch. Some United fans don't seem to. I don't know. Yash, what do you think? Would you take Poch next season, or is he not quite up for it? Like I said, if I was a United fan, I'd be happy with Poch or Erik ten Hag. Ten Hag plays better football, in my opinion. Cheeky 20 mil bid for Aubameyang. Aubameyang's not coming back to Dortmund, my man. F no. He burnt that bridge every single way he possibly could. Ten Hag would be good. Someone with strength and character. So there's a foul coming up. Yash says no to Poch. Do you play Fantasy Premier League? I do not. We did Fantasy Bundesliga this season, and I'm doing terrible. Producer T is doing pretty good. Ten Hag, Zidane, Marsch, if Ragnick is consultant. Oh my God. I would laugh my ass off if Manchester United appointed Jesse Marsch. Zidane's not going to go to United. He's openly said he doesn't want to go to United, whether they're shit, and he can't speak the language. I personally think that Zidane's going to take over PSG. Ten Hag would be great for you guys. March would be terrible for you guys. Zidane will never happen for you guys. I don't know about Enrique. Be an interesting one. Mancini. I don't know if Mancini would go back to the Prem and go to United. Be interesting. Jesse Marsh and Chris Arms at... Chris Arms, man. Kills me that you guys signed him. Come on, Dortmund. We need a second one here. I don't really think Marsh either. No. Jesse Marsh is... I mean, he may become an assistant somewhere. Zidane speaks a little English. He doesn't speak much, man. He doesn't speak much. It would be a bit of an issue. And that's coming from Zidane himself. He does not... He's come out and straight up said he doesn't have an intention of managing in the Premier League. Obviously, he speaks the language in La Liga and in Ligue 1, which is why I think PSG club level would be Zidane's only real interest. And then the French national team. Which I think potentially he could do both. When Schultz and Hazard play 1-2, I believe that we have a 1% chance that they're going to do something with that. We have French players too. That's not the point. He doesn't speak the language, man. There's a lot more than just being able to understand a couple players on your team. There's press conferences. There's a lot of engagement. Being that job for Manchester United is a big job. And I'm not saying it can't be done, because there's obviously managers who come in who don't speak the language, but Zidane said he's not interested in doing that. Zidane loves Marseille, FPSG. He's a Marseille guy, which a lot of people said maybe that will rule him out of the PSG job, but I think Zidane would be similar to like that Real Madrid side, that PSG side, Real Madrid side of kind of big name players, just being able to balance them out. I think Zidane would be a perfect manager for PSG, certainly better than Poch. Pogba hates PSG. Nice ball. Brandt. Look at Brandt go, man. The control around like 6 people. So then put it out to Nico Schultz, who had a poor ball, but wins a corner. If you guys are just joining us on the stream, guys, be sure to drop a like. Drop a sub if you're new to the channel. Say hello. All that fun stuff. We're taking a look at the Dortmund and Greuther Fürth game with a corner kick coming up. Good little run there, man. Really good control from Brandt. Keep the ball off of like 4 people. And now Hazard with a deep corner, but easily taken. Dortmund needs to score a second goal. I agree. We should be scoring a second goal, guys. Dortmund's like, this is Fürth, man. We need to get a decent performance. A 1-0 win at home against Greuther Fürth is honestly it's not a great win. And maybe look to get Mullen back on here. Try to create something a little bit different. And that's just poor from Schultz, man. Like, you might as well just put the ball out instead of just heading it back to literally the only person near you, which is the blue shirt. And now because of it, it looks like Dahoud picks up a foul. Has anyone noticed that Frankfurt has beaten almost every big team except for us? Frankfurt. Turning things up this season. And they haven't... I don't know. What are Frankfurt at in the standings now, guys? Where are they? They're up to 7. 6, 6, and 4. Because they had a really, really poor record to start the season off. They're getting hot, man. Ballin' Maulin'. Josh, have you got your booster? I have not. Not got my booster. We're not eligible. In Canada, it's 50 plus for your booster. Good little opportunity there. I'm curious to see how long Hazard's going to last. I think Hazard will probably be subbed off maybe 65th minute, something around there for Mullen. And we'll get to see Ball and Mullen. Are you at least double vaxxed, Josh? I am double vaxxed. I got double vaxxed as soon as I was eligible to. but I can't get my booster, so I shall wait. It's a nice little ball. Do you think that we should get Eden Hazard? No. F no. He's on high wages. He's not good anymore. I know it's the Hazard reunion, you know what you. I get it, but no, he will not come because he doesn't fit the profile of player that Dortmund would ever invest in, being 30 and terrible. So, no, unfortunately, Hazard's not what he once was, because Eden Hazard at his prime was something special. Zidane, either PSG or French national team. Angie, I agree. And I don't think there's really another an option. That's really good stuff there from Brandt and Meunier. It was much better. And it was a good ball from Meunier, to be fair. Poorly done. The team is so lazy today. Not new news to us. No Eden Hazard. Josh, you are young and healthy. Don't sweat the jabbed booster. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not like running to go get the booster shot. I think if it's a requirement to be able to do things, maybe I will. But I saw a chat somewhere. Oh, I know you said earlier in the stream, you said Olympic hockey you will watch. What about World Juniors? I'm Canadian, my man. I promise you, when the national team plays, every Canadian who's, whether you're interested or not, will be watching Olympics, will be watching World Juniors. So absolutely, Jason. I'll be watching the World Junior Championship starting on Boxing Day, cheering on Canada. And I'll be watching the Olympics, whether there's NHLers there or not. Still cheering on Canada. Because, you know, we're the best, so. No, I'm kidding. World Juniors is actually really close. There's a lot of teams that compete for the World Juniors. US are very good. Finland, Sweden are always good but never win. Russia, and then Canada. There's a lot of people who can win it. Sebastian, Switzerland usually show up and make it to the quarters every year, and that's about it. Zidane to Madrid if Ancelotti gets sacked. No. One, Ancelotti's not getting sacked, man. Ancelotti's doing incredible with the very low bar that was set for him this season. He basically gave Ancelotti the job and said, here you go. By the way, you're still going to have Hazard and Bale in the books. Do whatever you want with them. There's not going to be like a crazy amount of pressure, but, you know, play good football. And he's just overachieved more than I'd ever imagine, man. Madrid is fun to watch this year with Benzema and Vinny Jr. But even if Ancelotti got sacked, Zidane's, I don't think, is ever going to return to Madrid again. I don't think Zidane wants to manage for like a crazy amount longer. I think Zidane's going to, like I said, maybe he'll take the role at PSG for a few years, the French national team for a few years, maybe only one of the two, and then I think he'll probably be done. I don't think he'll ever return to Madrid. I don't think he really wanted to return on his second go, but he did, and he wasn't even that successful in his second time. Bale and Hazard need to be terminated. Hazard, I don't know how long he's on a deal there for, but Bale's comes to an end at the end of the season. Since Canada's on top of the octagonal, do you think U.S. wins Olympic hockey to balance things out? No. If the NHLers are there, God no. It's Canada, and I think it's going to be pretty dominant like the last time out. But if the NHLers aren't going, then it'll probably be Russia. But U.S. do have a pretty good team too. I just think Canada will be a lot stronger. Nice ball. Sloppy stuff. I can see Zidane going to Juve as well. That's a good shout as well. That's a good shout. I don't know if Juve would be able to get him, but I do think if the opportunity was there and Juve was competitive and whatnot, I think Zidane would go there because he played there. But I think for right now, his priority is just the French national team and then probably retirement. It's very concerning watching Dortmund play like this. So lazy and no structure today. You're not wrong, man. There's been some good... I mean, the structure, yes, but there's been some good parts of individual brilliance, man. I've been really enjoying watching Brandt and Royce combine today. I think Mooney's had a good game, both defensively, getting forward, a couple decent balls as well. But yeah, it's very all over the place. Josh, have you ever played curling before? I have. I've actually just recently... Producer T's family is very much into curling, and he took me curling years ago. Like maybe when I was like 14, maybe? I don't even remember. 15, 16? Here comes a counter coming from Greuther Fürth. Oh! Huge opportunity. And my girlfriend and I just signed up for a curling league. So, yeah. I got weaseled into curling now. Still not really sure how to play it that much, but a really, really good opportunity there from Greuther Fürth, who were a few millimeters away, man, from putting that ball in the back of the net. Who is playing good today besides Brandt? I think Meunier and Royce are the only ones really sticking out to me. Everyone else has been pretty mediocre. Holland has been pretty non-existent. He's had a couple opportunities that were blocked. He obviously created the penalty because he smashed the ball against the defender's hand, and then he scored the penalty. But, like, Schultz is lively. He's just not very good with the ball, man. he's just not. But I like Meunier defensively. And I guess Zagadu's been decent as well. Hasn't really put a wrong foot in. Dahoud with a very, very poor ball there. The only curling I do is hair. This team, Alex is not having it today. Got a nice little super chat on the channel. No question with it or anything. Just a nice little super chat. So much love, my man. I appreciate the donation. Donations help the channel more than you guys know. We appreciate it. But yeah, my man, I appreciate the super chat. Is there anything you want to say? Feel free to add it along to the donation. Hey Josh, what have I missed? You missed a very mediocre Dortmund performance today, guys. A little bit all over the place. No real cutting edge to this side today. I think the break, if we can sneak out with a win today and a win against Hertha and we get 6 points that we need, I think the break's coming at a good time. I don't know what it is. If it's just a Champions League hangover. I don't even say it's a Champions League hangover, man. I think this is a Bayern hangover. I think getting eliminated in the Champions League didn't hurt near as much as losing to Bayern 3-2. That's what I honestly think. So I don't know if this is a hangover from that. We were much better against Bochum than we were in this match today. But considering it's Greuther Fürth, who's been atrocious, and there's only been a 1-0 game, with Fürth having 3 or 4 point-blank opportunities to score, one happening a couple seconds ago, there's a bit of cause for concern, man. Bayern will never come to an easy game with the mentality, even if they're a third-place team. I wouldn't say, guy. I get your point, but I don't know if you guys watched the Mainz game, but it was similar vibes to this game. When Bayern won 2-1 against Mainz, they were poor, and they were pretty poor in the Stuttgart game. Again, in the first half, they were pretty poor up until Stuttgart not taking chances, and then Bayern are just relentless. And once they score one, they scored 3 goals in like 5 minutes to make it a 5-0 away win. So yeah, I mean, I take your point, but like they only beat Mainz 2-1, and in that match, Bayern were not very good. But this is still Greuther Fürth, man. This should still be something more. And Fürth are back on the attack. Schultz puts himself out of position pretty easily, and Zagadou has to clean up. Combination of both losses. Corner kick coming up from Greuther Fürth, man. We need to win this game. We need to win this game. Leverkusen scored again. Corner kick coming up. Hopefully can defend it pretty well. It's a deep one, and it's straight out. I wanted to watch this game later. Now I don't know if it's worth it. I wouldn't rewatch this game, Angie, if that's what you were planning on doing. No. I'd watch just the highlights, man. This hasn't been a good game. This will just frustrate you from a Dortmund perspective. It's not free-flowing football. It's very stagnant. There's been a couple, like I said, a couple individual times where some quality of Dortmund has prevailed, but all in all, man, it's been a little frustrating. Wow, Qatar just scored in the 96th minute against Algeria in the semifinals, make it 1-1. All right, all right. Royce gets a foul, I think, there. Maybe not. Josh need to get Holland off. His body language is terrible. He looks pretty frustrated. I wouldn't. If he's fit, man, I'm sorry. I'm not taking Holland off. I don't care what his body language is like. I'm not putting on Tigges or, and I would maybe put on Mullen for him, but I think Mullen's going to end up going on for Hazard because, I mean, Hazard's just coming back. I don't think he'll be fit for the whole game. So I'm expecting the next one. And there's Zagadou, and there's your mistake, guys. He gives away a mistake once a game. And there it was. Sloppy on the ball. He always is. It makes me so hard to try to put a lot of love into Zagadou. But a corner kick's coming up, so his mistake isn't quite over yet. He tries to take on... He does well to recover. I'm not going to keep crapping on him. He does well to recover, but it's a corner. So if this ball goes in the back of the net, man, Zagadou is at fault. Luis says, thoughts on Zagadou so far in this match? I mean, I think he's had a pretty good match. He just did have a big mistake there. And with it, a lot of pressure coming from Fürth. So this can go out of play here. Goes out for another corner. So Zagadou's mistake is still not off the block yet. But it's just that discipline when it comes to Zagadou that I think gets him in trouble. And right there, not being very composed on the ball, trying to take a player on, not really a need to do it. He got stripped of the ball, and now back-to-back corners are coming to it. So he did well in his recovery after giving the ball away. But it's small things like that I've always been pretty critical with Zagadou. Wasn't much of a mistake. He was pressed. It was a mistake. He chose to take the player on. He lost the ball. That's in my eyes, that's a Zagadou mistake. He could have played a pass out. He could have turned back. He decided to take on a player, and he lost it. So if it would have worked, we wouldn't have been sitting here criticizing it, but it didn't. Are you convinced of the manager? Yeah. I think Marco Rosa is a good manager. I think he needs to be given the season and then be given some assets in the transfer window to take a look at what he's going to do. Because I don't think he's got the exact personnel that he wants. I think that he would look to bring in another center back, bring in a new CDM, maybe bring in a winger, and then that's a more looking Marco Rosa types team. So I think he's doing decent from what he has so far. And when it comes to the summertime, hopefully he can get the recruitment he wants, and then next season he can push on with the team that's more suited to his style. But Alex says Zagadou looks not nonchalant, and it annoys me sometimes. That's the really a really good way of putting it. Nonchalant. Very nonchalant on the ball is an issue that Zagadou needs to grow with. Why did Brandt head that out? He probably didn't know who was at the back post, lost footing. It wasn't a bad play for that corner. Did Chick get a hat trick? Who is better? Brazilian Ronaldo, or Ronaldinho? I'd probably say Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo phenomenon was something special, but I mean, like some Brazilians who enjoy partying, their careers dwindled down. Cristiano Ronaldo was a freak of nature. He's 36, turning 37, I think. Ronaldinho was washing up at 30, man. I'm like, and so was Ronaldo phenomenon. It's a different lifestyle. They like partying, they like drinking, they put on weight, their form slips. Ronaldo's body to him is a temple, which is why he's doing that at a much later stage. So for me, I think that deserves a lot of respect. 5 Champions League. I don't think it's honestly even that close of an argument. I think CR7 is just I think he's, like I say, he had a much better career in my eyes than the other two. Ronaldo to Dortmund after. That's a nutmeg on Axel Witsel. Puts us in a lot of pressure. But a goal kick coming up. Holy man, 20 minutes to go. I'm really friggin' down today. My dog and cat died today. Holy, Alex, I'm sorry, my man. We've had a couple deaths here on the channel from our viewers and animals. So I'm sorry to hear that, my friend, that both of them passed away at the same time. But we got another, looks like we have a couple substitutions coming up. Chan maybe for Hazard and switch shape a little bit, have a three-man midfield. 20 minutes to go, and Fürth has been having a few good little looks. Schultz, my man, does not know how to play a pass. And with it, a counter, and Schultz just stops running. And Hummels has to clean him up. Schultz had a really poor game today. It's just a lack of quality, to be honest. But not only, like I don't know, he picks out a pass, the wrong pass. He doesn't get it off, and then he kind of nonchalantly backtracks and doesn't pick up a man. I don't know. Didn't like any part of that. But yeah, this has not been a good performance, man. CR7 not cares about his stats and not a team player. Yeah, I wouldn't, again, guys, I personally wouldn't take off Haaland for Tigges because, you know, there's a double substitution coming up, so it wouldn't surprise me if it is Haaland coming off and Hazard. Chan turns into a three-man midfield, and then you have Malen coming on at striker. Chan goes in the midfield. Royce and Brandt, maybe the Christmas tree system. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe Schultz comes off and Chan goes at left back, which isn't unrealistic because Schultz has had a poor game. Nicely done there from Dahoud, though. It was cheeky. See, like this is a little bit of quality that comes up, like a really good little passing play. But as I say that, they give the ball away, and now there is a counterattack where Fürth has got 3v2. Schultz does well to make back up some space, but no quality on the end there. We are playing like sheet. We are playing like sheet. Look at the faces of our players when we defend, no urgency. Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know what to say. This just looks like a team that's tired. Team that wants a break. That's why I said if we can somehow pull off 6 points, that was a much better ball. And Hazard pulls his fucking hamstring. I don't know why he played 73 minutes, man. He should have been playing closer to 60, 65. He's got such a bad injury record. And he just pulled something right there. And he's coming off just literally as soon as he pulls something. It looks like it's Royce and Hazard both coming on. For Emre Can and for Daniel Malen. Mullins are coming in, guys. So I'm assuming it's going to be a 4-3-3 now. Malen, Brandt out wide with Haaland at striker. Chan, Dahoud, and Witsel, the center mids. Or maybe Dahoud's going up to Cam. It kind of looks like it is. It looks like Chan and Witsel are the two CDMs. Dahoud is your Cam. Daniel Ballin. Well, let's see if he can do something there. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be pretty annoyed as Hazard just pulled his hamstring again. He just grabbed it after trying to go for a give and go. I don't know. I hope he's okay, but I would have played him like 60, 65 minutes. The Julian Green's on the ball. He's got a corner kick coming up. The U.S. men's national team player. Is Malen bald? Malen is bald, guys. He looks good. He looks good. It would be weird if Portugal misses the World Cup, but Canada makes it. But if they both make it, who will I cheer for? My parents' homeland or my country? Whatever one Canada is. I'm assuming your country is Canada. But guys, I'd put money that Portugal miss out. So I don't think you're gonna have to worry about it. My gut is telling me Portugal's going to miss out of the World Cup. Look at Emre Can, man. Screaming at Haaland, telling him to press. Something I do like about Emre Can. Zero filter. I don't know if you guys just noticed that as well, but Chan literally just looked Holland dead in the eyes and told him to go effing press. And Holland's just like, what? And then Chan's like, go press. Like, move your ass, man. You're doing nothing out there. So very interesting, man. And Chan's obviously got the personality to not be scared to do something like that. Muniz on the ball. Chan is a warrior. It is. I mean, Chan can be reckless sometimes, a bit of a liability. But when it comes to an attitude, man, he's not afraid to do anything. And I love it. Just told, like, Holland has not had a good game, but just told him to go press. And I just love that. So this game's not over, man. Going 76 minutes. Get your butt out there. Press the ball. I hope Mullen is not going through some depression phase in BVB. I don't think so. I think he's just like, F it. I'm going Anthony Martial. Tillman comes off. Another double substitution coming up here for Greuther Fürth. With a corner coming up for BVB, guys. Oh, come on. This is frustrating. This is frustrating. Yeah, I'm Canadian, Portuguese, born in Canada, though. So you're Canadian, my man. You are a Canadian. So come on, Jason. Jump on it. We're cheering for the Canadian national team, who will, I think, have a way better chance of being in Qatar 2022 than Portugal do. No passion from the players. Such a weird game. It is. Yeah, it is a weird game. The fact that Holland literally just got told to go press and look like a little bit of arguments, it's not a good look, man. Come on, BVB, says Leo. The fans are booing the performance, by the way, if you haven't heard. I'm not listening, so thanks for pointing that out, Kingston. I did not hear that. Do you hear the booing at all? Got another corner kick coming up. Decent ball. Falls to Daniel Mullen, who looks very different. You thought that was a candy? Mullen with a good little cross. Looking back door. It was a good cross from Mullen. I confused Mullen for Toprak. JJD TV memes, that was my favorite comment of the day. I'm lost. How is this team wants to play? I don't know. I don't know, man. This is gonna be a frustrating game for Marco Rosa. It's a poor, well, it's an okay corner, but Dahoud does well to win the ball back to find Brandt. Let's see if we can get a dangerous ball into the box. Defended pretty easily once again, and Fürth are just punting this upfield. Embarrassing for the last home game. It is, man. I don't know if I don't know if anyone else heard it. I have not listening to the game. But if you guys hear anyone booing, let me know. I'm curious. Nice little ball. Faber ball was interesting. This looks a little bit like Faber ball. BVB like a Lazio. You saying we play like Lazio, or we? I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean, man. I'm trying to say we're the Lazio of the Bundesliga. That's definitely not true. Just because, oh, he's making the run. That's a good ball. Can Schultz get there? He can. That's a really good run from Nico Schultz. Is there any quality on the cross? It's a decent cross. No one was really back. No one going back there, but Dortmund are picking it up a little bit here. Maybe the crowd got to them. Chan came on the pitch saying, show some fight. A lot of boos. Wow. I mean, after this performance, they deserve to be booed, man. This has been an atrocious performance today. Really, really poor. There's been a couple creative sparks, but the team plays like Lazio. Some sorry ball. I guess this year, man, Lazio has been all over the place with their weird performances, a lot of goals, 4 goals against. Guys, I feel like an 82nd minute equalizer. Pius! No. Muniz had a good game, though. I have liked Muniz's performance today. He just drew a foul there as well. Smartly, I might add. 80 minutes, though. Ugh. Brandt's over the ball today. Not one I'd want to rewatch. No. Not a chance. Brandt comes in. And Haaland, man. And that's why you don't take off Erling Haaland. You guys are saying, bring off Haaland, throw on Tigges. No, because he's that type of player where Haaland's had a poor game. Let's not take that away from him, but he walked away with 2 goals somehow against Greuther Fürth, man. Really, he's onside pretty clearly, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Gets up high, perfect header. I think he might be offside. I don't know, guys. We'll have to take a look, man. 53-53. Haaland really liked that goal. I hope it stands. I don't know, man. From that one angle they showed me, it looked like it wasn't going to be a goal. Oh, no. It's a goal. No offside, guys. It's a goal. I thought Crouch-like header. Haaland shutting up the haters, and now he comes on for Tigges. Now I'm okay with it. But that was a really good header, man. He leaps so high. It's a goal. Oh, man. I'm not sure who kept him on. It looks like the shoulder of the furthest defender kept Haaland on. And a really, really good finish. Take off Haaland. What are you saying? You can take him off now. Take him off now that it's 2-0, but earlier when it was 1-0, I wouldn't have taken off Haaland for Tigges. He was having a really, really bad game. But he can do things like that. And I'm sorry if that was Tigges, that wasn't in the back of the net. But let's drop some love for Erling Haaland. He had a frustrating performance, guys. Drop a like on the stream. I don't know if we've gotten close to 100 likes yet. If we haven't, be sure to drop a like, guys. It's always appreciated. Drop a sub while you're at it. And let's hope that Dortmund can creep out these remaining minutes. Still a very unconvincing performance, but when your main man is your main man, like Erling Haaland, you know that there's going to be some chances coming your way. And luckily enough for us, he took them. As Schultz wins us a foul there. For once, VAR doesn't get in the way. And we like it, guys. We like it. I'm going to creep around the league a little bit now that we've gotten our second goal. Arsenal's up against West Ham. Oh, Hoffenheim scored 2 late ones in 3 minutes, guys. It's 2-2 in the Leverkusen-Hoffenheim match. Kind of wanted Leverkusen to win that because it could put some separation, but actually maybe not. Maybe a draw is not too bad of a result. Arsenal is up by 1. The Watford game got postponed, probably due to COVID. Interesting. In that new cup that FIFA's doing, it's got Tunisia and Algeria in the final. Probably be rooting for Algeria, not that I really care. Fiorentina's up by a couple today. Alexander Cochran is starting. No Vlahovic. Ajax, PSV are winning. Benfica won. Rangers, our next opposition, are up by 2. My boy Scott Arfield's back into it. Sevilla won on the penalties in the Copa del Rey. That could have been embarrassing. Could have been really embarrassing. Bruno Large is doing a good job at at Wolverhampton, and he is. Interesting. A lot of interesting results today. A lot of games on. Haaland didn't want to get subbed off. Well, he's on his hat trick, man. I can imagine that. But here comes Tigges. Ooh, nice little move there from Tigges, man. Haaland, one of few people who can play bad and still have a massive production on the game. Yeah, Haaland did not have a good game, guys. Despite his 2 goals, let's not take it away. He did not have a good game, but he's one of the best number 9s in world football. Which, if you give him the opportunity, he's going to put the ball in the back of the net. I mean, he drew the penalty. I know it's a penalty, but he drew it. He's the one who smacked it off the hand of the defender. That ball could have been going on net. And he scored the penalty, and then he goes in with a very, very good header, man. Augsburg drawed up against Leipzig. See if Mullen can get one. I think that's his new name. Mullen does look very different. Another assist from Brandt. Our man's on fire, man. I'm upset we don't have a goal from open play. Yeah, it's nice though, man. It's nice the set piece. I really, really like the distribution from Brandt. Royce has been delivering them all game long, and Brandt steps up because Royce got substituted and just put in a really quality ball. And Brandt wins the ball back right there as well. But no one really to aim for. Is this Haaland's 12th goal of the season? I believe it's his 13th. He had 11 going into today's match, and he's now on 13. I believe Lewandowski's on 16, if I'm correct. Lewy was quiet for a couple games, and then went back and scored 2 in that Stuttgart match. Why would Mullen go bald? That's the big talking point of the match. Why would Mullen go bald? Yeah, I'm asking. Looks a little different. Not gonna lie. Lewy has 18. Oh my. Yeah, Holland's got 13. Josh, did you go to Vancouver Winter Olympics? I did not. To get to Vancouver, man, from Canada is literally like pretty much going to Europe. It is a flight and a half. And I was not up for it. Has Tigges got his first Bundesliga goal yet? He has. He scored a header against Mainz, I believe. Correct me if you guys think if I'm wrong, but I believe he scored his first. It was a really, really well taken header from a corner. But I'm pretty sure it was the Mainz game. I'm 95% sure it was the Mainz game. Witsel is pain to watch. Matar comes in, says only 2. Matar, you literally only beat Mainz 2-1. Come on. Don't be throwing shots. And then you followed up with a 5-0 win against Stuttgart. I know. But, I mean, we got the job done. Similar fashion to you guys against the Mainz, because you guys did not play very good against Mainz. But found a way. It's a good little ball to find Brandt. Oh, finds Mullen. Mullen! Mullen, Matar. Take that. Baldwin Mullen. A nice little goal from Mullen, man. And now it's 3. Mainz own you. What are you on about? Mainz don't own us. It's like saying Gladbach own you. Ballin' Mullen, boys. Look at this goal, man. Another really good little ball from Brandt. Brandt gets, I think, another assist here. Oh, that was clever, guy. That's a nice goal. That's Brandt's second of the night. Really good touch from Mullen, and just a little toe poke by it. Man, that's a beauty. It's the hair, I'm telling you. It's the lack of hair. But the distribution from Brandt, he's probably been my man of the match. Brandt is finding a new level here, guys. Bald Mullen. Who is the best assist man this season for BBB? Brandt by far. Brandt has been lights out. I'm telling you, it's the haircut. Mullen just says, F it, I'm shaving them all off, I'm going bald. Comes in here with a nasty little touch like that. Gotta respect it. Brandt, my man of the match today, he just got substituted for Renier, who actually also, guys, have been linked to ending his loan spell in January, which I thought was also kind of surprising. They said that Dortmund were looking to potentially end the loan signing of Renier while also looking to sell Witsel. So, had to keep an eye on that. City Life Project says 3-0 damn. It's been a good day. It has been a good day. All smiles, my man. That's a third league goal, baby. Holland looks miserable even though he scored 2 goals. And I think that's just speaks to the volume. How many assists does Brandt have so far? I don't 100% know, to be honest. I think Royce has got 4. Let me just take a look, see if I can find how many So I think, well, Jude Bellingham's got 5 assists. And I think Brandt now has 5 as well. Mooney actually has 3 assists, which I didn't realize. Oh, well, actually, I was wrong. I think Brandt now has 4 assists. Holland has 5, and Bellingham has 5 assists for us. Interesting. Brandt is on 5 after this game. Brandt has 4 goals, 6 assists. 2 assists are from the Pokal, so in the Bundesliga, he's got 4 goals, 4 assists. Luka loving his man Brandt, who, man of the match in my eyes today. I thought he was, for a really poor Dortmund performance, I thought he was really good. But hey, guys, it's 3-0. It was ugly, but I mean, just the fact that it's Greuther Fürth, this is bound to happen. What is your predictions for the European World Cup playoffs? I think I had Italy going to the World Cup, Sweden, and Scotland, I think, were my picks. How will Gio fit back with Brandt being on form? Gio will not fit back. For me, I'm not starting Gio at all. Sorry. So I'm sorry to our U.S. Men's National Team fans who don't want to hear that, but Gio doesn't have a spot in my starting 11 right now. I think it's Royce, Brandt. You do not change them. They are your starters if they're healthy in the 4-2-3-1. And on the right, you start maybe Mullen now, Hazard, and then Gio's third string there. And then depending if, there's going to be times where Royce and Brandt maybe aren't starting, but they've been consistently starting and consistently fit. So Gio's behind them as well for me. So, yeah, when Gio comes back, he's not in the starting 11, but that is the game, guys. 3-0. 2 goals from Holland and a Mullen from the bench. Not too bad. Not too bad considering it was, a frustrating little performance there. But that is the game, man. If you guys are still with us, we're on 81 likes. Let's see if we can get that to as close as 100 as possible. If you're just tuning in with us to the end of this, be sure to drop a like. Drop a sub. I appreciate everyone tuning in for the watch along. We'll get our 5 takeaways video up as soon as we possibly can. And yeah, we won 3-0. Wasn't the prettiest match you're ever going to see, guys, but we got the job done. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Pumped to see Mullen. Balling, good stuff there, guys. So we appreciate it. We'll get back to you guys with the 5 takeaways. And yeah, as always, appreciate you guys tuning in. GG's, and we'll talk to you soon. Cheers, friends.